What's up, beautiful souls? Grand Rising. It's Candy, your spiritual bestie, back with our card of the day. We're gonna jump right into this and make it a quick one. Today's card of the day is the Star card. The Star card comes with the message and the reminder that you are the star. You are the star of your movie. You are the artist. And I'm going to point out a couple qualities on this card. As we see, she is number one, naked. I think that's the most prevalent thing on this card, is that she is naked, and that is a sign of vulnerability. That's a symbol of her being free. And this is a reminder to free yourself from what you think everybody thinks about you. Free yourself from all of the things that are holding you back from living the life that you really truly desire to live. Another thing about this card is that we see these stars around, and these 7th and 8th star represent the chakras. Balance out your chakras. Give each and every energy center of those major energy centers, because we have more than just the 8 chakras, but give yourself and give those energy centers the attention and the love that you need, because one of the first things I discovered on this journey was how important the chakras were. The chakras are really a great foundational place to begin when you're starting out a new spiritual journey. And when you're entering into a new spiritual journey in a place of healing, which is also represented by this card, it is really great to go and look into the chakras, because they all represent a center of not only energy but emotions. And they're the place where our spiritual and physical meet. They meet and they cross and they move upwards. So definitely give that attention to those chakras. Another thing that we see is that she is practicing, like I said, this card is representative of healing, and she's practicing healing by pouring into the water and also pouring into the land. And as she heals the land, Spirit heals her and sends the resources and the tools necessary for her healing. You know, a lot of times we look outside of ourselves for answers. We look outside of ourselves for for someone else to affirm us or confirm that we are who we think we should be, or that we're good enough. But that confirmation needs to come from within. The healing that you're seeking from this past situation that you just exited, or that you're currently dealing with and trying to, step away from and separate yourself from, the healing is going to come from within. And the healing occurs a lot of times when we are isolated and when we are set to the side. And it feels like a really lonely place to be, but it really isn't. It's a really beautiful place to be, because your healing is going to come from within. Your healing is going to come from getting to know yourself. Your healing is going to come from repairing and rebuilding yourself and building yourself up. And you don't have to get the answers or the resources from someone else. If you are connected to the core of who you are, to your soul's mission, and you are in alignment with that, and you are okay with who you are, your imperfections and such, then you'll begin to see how life transforms itself. When you begin to prioritize yourself and love yourself first, you'll begin to see and put yourself first. You begin to see that people love you, they treasure you, and they put you first. And people will come to you and give you things that you didn't even ask for, because you're making yourself, your soul's mission, a priority. And I think this is a really, really beautiful card. It represents so many things, so many aspects of healing and renewal, and a lot of things that the new moon brings. See, we get kind of caught up in what everybody else has to say or what everybody thinks about us. But if you notice, she's not looking around. She's focused on what she is doing. She's focused on the connection that she's making with the water, with her emotional side. She's focusing on, pouring into and healing the land, because in all of that, she's freed herself. She has shed, she shed her clothes, and she shed her covering, and she shed, all of the walls that she's built up. She's knocked those down, and she understands that in order for her to be a conduit of healing for the land or for someone else, because as she heals the land, she's being used as a vessel to heal other people. And as we do that, as we focus more on what our mission is and what our purpose is, the things that we need, the things that we desire, the things that we've asked and prayed for will come to us. They'll be drawn to us naturally. So this is Candy, your spiritual bestie, just here to remind you to prioritize your healing, prioritize your emotions, get in connection with those emotions. It really scares me when people talk about being emotionless, and when they talk about not having feelings and not caring about anything. And it scares me because, number one, clearly that person is not in tune and in touch with themselves. But not only that, is those type of people are really dangerous, because they don't have a sense of connection with even the human spirit in someone else. So as we heal and as we go through this journey, we're going to go through ups and downs. We're not always going to do everything right. But understand that the healing that you're seeking, the peace that you're seeking, the love that you're looking for in other people and other things is going to have to come from you first. You won't be able to have a relationship with someone else and be loved by someone else until you first build that relationship and that love and that admiration and that respect for yourself. And as you do that, the world around you will act accordingly. Have a beautiful day, guys. I will see you again later on for Card of the Day. Please don't forget to check out my podcast, and you can catch our Oracle Card of the Day on my stories today. Peace.